Welcome to the Soul Pit Media Health and Business Report, hosted by Craig Dawson, Vice President, Soul Pit Media.
Hello and welcome to the Soul Pit Media Health and Business Report. Today we have a very special guest, Dr. Jacqueline Young, Executive Director of the Jazz Workshop, Inc. Dr. Young, welcome to the Soul Pit Media Health and Business Report.
Hello, hi, thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Now, Dr. Young, for those who may not know about the Jazz Workshop, Inc., how long has the Jazz Workshop, Inc. been in existence?
Okay, so the Jazz Workshop started in 1973, and it became a 501c3 in 1977. So 51 years.
That is quite a legacy. Now, Dr. Young, when your father, the late Harold Young, who I happen to know was a great man, also a great musician, founded the Jazz Workshop, Inc., what was his primary goal for founding the workshop?
Okay, well, his primary goal was to provide children an alternative to the rhythms of the street, and those are his words, an alternative to the rhythms of the streets through music lessons. And at the time, there had been two musicians' unions, the local 471, which was the Black Musicians of Pittsburgh, otherwise known as VMOP, and then there was the local 60, which was the White Musicians Union. And due to a merger, because of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, there was a forced merger, and my father realized that some of the service would lose its impact on the young Black children in the area. There would no longer be a focus on them. So he really wanted to share the wealth, so to speak, in terms of the efficacy of the benefits of playing music. So he had been mentoring, and a lady by the name of Gladys Howell basically told him that he could use the Carnegie Library lower level. And the rest was history. Yeah, she was a very kind, classy lady, and that's basically how I got started. That was his goal, realizing the benefits of music. I guess it improves your skills in terms of self-discipline, better math and reading scores, all those wonderful things about music. It makes you feel good. When you hear your favorite song, you just really feel good. Or by studying music, it helps children to do better in school, especially they can play in the marching band or the orchestra, and it gives them a really good connection to school.
Absolutely. And you also have to have dedication too, because unlike me, who was a drummer for 2 weeks, you really have to have dedication to become good, and not only just life, but music also. Now, Dr. Young, last year, the Jazz Workshop, Inc. celebrated 50 years. What was that like?
I have to say it was magical. It was such a great night. It was at the Kelly Strayhorn Theater, and we featured the CBS Quartet, Christopher Dean Sullivan, who had been a teacher at the Jazz Workshop. He taught bass there for several years. And then, his career took off and he moved to New York, and he's still working to this day, recording. And so he brought his quartet, which included Mala Waldron. Her father was a great musician, Mel Waldron, and she is also the goddaughter of Billie Holiday. So she was on vocals and keyboards. Then there was Bobby Sanabria. He's a 9-time Grammy nominee, and he has kind of like a Latin influence in his music. So he also engaged the audience, like in terms of clapping, and he's a great drummer. And there was Jay Hogard, well-established vibraphonist. And I would have to say he was on fire. He is so great. He's so good. And then, of course, Chris. And they played a nice array of songs. Mala played a couple of songs that she wrote for her mom and one that she wrote for her dad. And then they also played Hello by Lionel Richie. They did some Michael Jackson, human nature, and people loved it. As a matter of fact, there were so many videos on Facebook that evening. They were just mesmerized. So we were happy. The audience was happy. Everybody, it was just wonderful to be able to celebrate such a wonderful legacy.
Sounds like you guys had a great show there, and especially it's really great that so many musicians who are doing quite well would give of their time to, encourage our youth. So it sounds like it was a great evening.
It was, yeah. I mean, music has a way of just penetrating your heart, your soul. And I play the saxophone as well, I have to say. My grandfather played, and then my father played, I play, and my son plays, and even my granddaughter plays. So just playing music is a wonderful thing. And I just remember back in the day at the jazz workshop, and during its beginnings, there were wonderful teachers such as Kenny Fisher and Booney Hazel, Ducky Kemp, and they were so nice. I mean, it was such a warm and embracing atmosphere. And this is how you do that. This is how you play. This is how you phrase. Those kinds of things. It was such a positive environment. Not to mention the music lessons were free at that time. So many musicians have come through the jazz workshop who are still very active in this city, or their careers have taken off. And I saw one guy on Facebook today. He was talking. He started the jazz workshop when he was 14 years old. And now he's in Las Vegas, and he was talking about how he had to get out of his comfort zone. So he went, with 2 suitcases and his horn. But he was, his parents were involved in helping. That sometimes is helpful if the parents get involved in encouraging the youth.
We'll be right back with the Soul Pit Media Health and Business Report.
It doesn't matter the time nor the place, the conditions or transitions. Doesn't matter who you are or who you're with. Before, now, and always. Through all phases of life, Duquesne Light Company is here for you.
It's a fact. Black Americans are disproportionately impacted by health disparities in our communities. From building better relationships between doctors and patients to breaking down barriers that affect one's health, UPMC is dedicated to healthcare equality for all. With better access to care, preventive screenings, and mental health treatment, we are working to promote the health and well-being of everyone in the communities we serve. Learn more at upmc.com/health disparities.
Port Authority has a new name, Pittsburgh Regional Transit, PRT for short. It's all about doing an even better job of getting people where they want to go every day. It's also about getting people where they want to go in their careers. PRT is looking for some new faces. We're hiring for every position. We offer great pay and benefits and a direct route to a great future. Go to rideprt.org/careers. PRT is an equal opportunity employer.
Looking for a cost-effective way to help increase your company's bottom line? Look no further than Soul Pit Media. With our award-winning print, internet, podcast, and Soul Pit television options, we can help your business get to that next level. For more information, contact Craig Dawson at 412-407-7685. That's 412-407-7685. And let Soul Pit Media take you to that next level.
Yeah, who's this?
Don Stogie, it's me, Nick the Nub.
Nicky, my boy, what you got for me?
Boss, I got the bundle on some bad news about your best customer, Sammy Sticks.
What, sleeping with the fishes?
Nah, he's still with Wanda, but he's been herfing with the Cigar Fathers.
The Godfathers?
No, boss. Cigar Fathers, friendly, knowledgeable staff, live outdoor patio jams, and a wide selection of cigars and cigar accessories.
Oh, how do you know so much about this place?
Well, boss, because I've been coming back all week.
What?
Hey, I'm sorry, Don Stogie, but with everything Cigar Fathers is offering, I couldn't refuse.
It's a fact. Black Americans are disproportionately impacted by health disparities in our communities. From building better relationships between doctors and patients to breaking down barriers that affect one's health, UPMC is dedicated to healthcare equality for all. With better access to care, preventive screenings, and mental health treatment, we are working to promote the health and well-being of everyone in the communities we serve. Learn more at upmc.com/health disparities.
The future of transit is now, and we are working to improve your ride. Look for bus tracking technologies and other innovations to keep you better informed. Getting around town has never been so easy. PortAuthority.org.
Do you like entertainment that provides diverse programming? Well, there's a new radio station that provides exactly that. Yes, Pittsburgh's diverse sports and entertainment network provides a mixed radio format and is the place for soulful music, sports talk, and lifestyle programming. Check us out at pghdsen.com. You'll be able to find our radio schedule with all of our exciting entertainment programs. Listen now by going to pghdsen.com.
Did you know that STD rates have increased in Allegheny County?
No, I did not.
Yeah, especially for people under 30.
Maybe I should go get tested.
In Allegheny County, symptomatic syphilis cases increased by 97% and gonorrhea cases by 18% in the past year. And having multiple STDs increases your chances of getting HIV.
Oh, wow. Do you know where I can go get tested?
The Public Health Clinic offers free walk-in STD and HIV screening located at 1908 Wiley Avenue, Pittsburgh, PA 15219.
It looks like I know what I'm doing tomorrow, getting tested, and I'll make sure to spread the word.
For more information, call 412-578-8081 or visit AlleghenyCounty.us/HIV.
We're back with the Soul Pit Media, Health, and Business Report. Absolutely. Now, Dr. Young, how did the pandemic affect the jazz workshopping?
Oh, my goodness. Well, it was not very pretty to say. That's putting it nicely. So the jazz workshop, basically had a room for every instrument. You had your room for the saxophone, one for the trumpet, the brass, and the drums, etc. And then we would have the big band rehearsal after the music lessons in the auditorium on the stage. But after the pandemic, we were no longer able to utilize the lower level of the library. One of the things I must say is that my father was really instrumental in helping the library to design a state-of-the-art auditorium with the new sound system, lighting, and everything. And after the pandemic for our programming Jazz on the Steps. But basically, it interrupted the teaching component. It was very unfortunate because a lot of people to this day are still calling, when are you going to start your big band rehearsal? Or when are you going to have music lessons? Or, people call, my granddaughter wants music lessons. She wants to play the guitar, or somebody else's child might want to play the drums, and I have to refer them elsewhere. And that's not always feasible. So it's very unfortunate that happened.
Now, Dr. Young, there's an old saying, though, that when God closes one door, he will also open another door. I understand that recently the Jazz Workshop, Inc. received some great news.
Yes, we did receive some great news. It was March the 26th. We had put in a proposal to Fetterman's office, and they basically said that we had made it to the first level of acceptance and then the second level of acceptance. And in November, it's like everything was on hold and you might not get the grant because of the gridlock in Congress. But last week, I received an email from one of the former students at the workshop. And he told me, oh, congratulations. And I hadn't even heard anything, but he sent the email that, in fact, everything went through and we will get the grant to be able to do the renovations at our new location. Well, actually, we had been using that location at 1015 Center Street for a while, but then had some renovations that made it impossible to use it. So now we'll have the money to renovate the building and resume our wonderful contribution to the community.
That is indeed great news, Dr. Young, because it's very important to keep these kids occupied and keep them. See, my father was in law enforcement, and I stayed pretty close to the porch because I was more worried about what he said than anything out there in the street. But now it is so critical that we keep these kids occupied and also safe. If any of our listeners would like to support you and the Jazz Workshop Inc., how can they do that?
Well, we always welcome contributions, and they can go to our website, www.jazzworkshopinc.org, or they can call 724-06-2556, or they can send an email to 37jazzworkshopinc@gmail.com. But we could always use the financial contributions or in-kind contributions, volunteers. I think all hands on deck. If anyone has, extra $5 or, a can of paint, we will turn it. Yeah.
So I hope that our listeners are really taking this information down, because we need every tool in the toolbox to help save our youth and to help guide them in the right direction, because to be a good musician is also the same thing that is needed to be a good student, a student that takes the work seriously, okay, and that can be a productive part of our society. We're just losing too many of our younger people, and we have to be creative and come up with ways that we can guide them in the right direction.
Absolutely. Yeah, and music is definitely a way. And also with regard to the building, we'll be doing poetry workshops. We used to have a session called Jazz Jam and Poetry on a monthly basis, and people would come out and read their poetry. And also, play their instrument. It was like a jam session, and people could, either do poetry or play their instrument. But that encourages literacy. So we'll, also do that kind of thing. And perhaps have some after-school programs, some summer camp programs. And besides the youth, there are a lot of seniors who had participated in the big band. And it's always good to have them around and keep them occupied too. Some of the greatest musicians in the city are still calling and saying, when are you going to start the big band back up? They're really interested. And that is a source of mentoring, because, just being around those guys and hearing what they're doing, and then they share it with you as, basically passing down the history. So it's really a great opportunity for everyone.
Well, I definitely want you to know that Soul Pit Media is here for you. We take an active interest in the community. And plus, I knew your father very well. He was a great man, and his legacy needs to continue. And we are definitely here for you. And we will definitely have you back on the show again once you get up and, started with your new programming, because we believe that every child we save is one that could be our next great doctor, lawyer, scientist, or musician. I just want to thank you so much. I know how busy your schedule is, and I want to thank you so much for taking time to be with us here today and to let our audience know about the Jazz Workshop Inc. And one last thing, since I came from a sales background, could you please give your information again, so that if there was anyone who wants to help, that they can be able to do so?
Yeah, so I'm Jackie Young, and they can send an email to 37jazzworkshopinc@gmail.com, or they could go to the website, www.jazzworkshopinc.org, or call 724-506-2556. and we welcome your contributions.
Thank you so much. And this is kind of personal with me because we cannot expect great programming or great things to happen in our community off of someone else's dime. So we have to dig in our pockets too. If there's anyone who can help, the Jazz Workshop Inc. It's been around over 50 years. It's something that has stood the test of time, and you know that you're giving your money, effort, time, or equipment to something that has stood the test of time and has proven itself in our community to really make a difference. So, Dr. Young, once again, I want to thank you and also reiterate that Soul Pit Media is always here for you. And we welcome the opportunity to partner with you.
We totally appreciate it. Thank you very much. And thank all the people who are going to contribute.
Well, thank you so much for your time. We'll be right back with the Soul Pit Media Health and Business Report.
It doesn't matter the time nor the place, the conditions or transitions. Doesn't matter who you are or who you're with. Before, now, and always. Through all phases of life, Duquesne Light Company is here for you.
It's a fact. Black Americans are disproportionately impacted by health disparities in our communities. From building better relationships between doctors and patients to breaking down barriers that affect one's health, UPMC is dedicated to healthcare equality for all. With better access to care, preventive screenings, and mental health treatment, we are working to promote the health and well-being of everyone in the communities we serve. Learn more at upmc.com/health disparities.
Port Authority has a new name, Pittsburgh Regional Transit, PRT for short. It's all about doing an even better job of getting people where they want to go every day. It's also about getting people where they want to go in their careers. PRT is looking for some new faces. We're hiring for every position. We offer great pay and benefits and a direct route to a great future. Go to rideprt.org/careers. PRT is an equal opportunity employer.
Looking for a cost-effective way to help increase your company's bottom line? Look no further than Soul Pit Media. With our award-winning print, internet, podcast, and Soul Pit television options, we can help your business get to that next level. For more information, contact Craig Dawson at 412-407-7685. That's 412-407-7685. And let Soul Pit Media take you to that next level.
Yeah, who's this?
Don Stogie, it's me, Nick the Nub.
Nicky, my boy, what you got for me?
Boss, I got the bundle on some bad news about your best customer, Sammy Sticks.
What, sleeping with the fishes?
Nah, he's still with Wanda, but he's been herfing with the Cigar Fathers.
The Godfathers?
No, boss. Cigar Fathers, you know. Friendly, knowledgeable staff, live outdoor patio jams, and a wide selection of cigars and cigar accessories.
Oh, how do you know so much about this place?
Well, boss, because I've been coming back all week.
What?
Hey, I'm sorry, Don Stogie, but with everything Cigar Fathers is offering, I couldn't refuse.
It's a fact. Black Americans are disproportionately impacted by health disparities in our communities. From building better relationships between doctors and patients to breaking down barriers that affect one's health, UPMC is dedicated to healthcare equality for all. With better access to care, preventive screenings, and mental health treatment, we are working to promote the health and well-being of everyone in the communities we serve. Learn more at upmc.com/health disparities.
The future of transit is now, and we are working to improve your ride. Look for bus tracking technologies and other innovations to keep you better informed. Getting around town has never been so easy. PortAuthority.org.
Do you like entertainment that provides diverse programming? Well, there's a new radio station that provides exactly that. Yes, Pittsburgh's diverse sports and entertainment network provides a mixed radio format and is the place for soulful music, sports talk, and lifestyle programming. Check us out at pghdsen.com. You'll be able to find our radio schedule with all of our exciting entertainment programs. Listen now by going to pghdsen.com.
Did you know that STD rates have increased in Allegheny County?
No, I did not.
Yeah, especially for people under 30.
Maybe I should go get tested.
In Allegheny County, symptomatic syphilis cases increased by 97% and gonorrhea cases by 18% in the past year. And having multiple STDs increases your chances of getting HIV.
Oh, wow. Do you know where I can go get tested?
The Public Health Clinic offers free walk-in STD and HIV screening located at 1908 Wiley Avenue, Pittsburgh, PA 15219.
It looks like I know what I'm doing tomorrow, getting tested, and I'll make sure to spread the word.
For more information, call 412-578-8081 or visit AlleghenyCounty.us/HIV.
We're back with the Soul Pit Media, Health, and Business Report.
Hi, this is Debbie Norrell, and welcome to the Soul Pit Media Health and Business Report Community Calendar. Celebrate George Gershwin's 125th birthday with the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra. Principal Pops conductor Byron Stripling takes you on a journey of Gershwin favorites, including Someone to Watch Over Me, Man I Love, and They Can't Take That Away From Me. Byron is joined by the singing sensation Sidney McSweeney and highlights the orchestra with Strike Up the Band and Rhapsody in Blue. It all takes place Friday, April 12th through Sunday, April 14th. Go to thesoulpit.com for ticket information. The 61st Need Annual Scholarship Awards Dinner will be held on Friday, May 3rd at the Wyndham Grand Downtown Hotel. For more information, visit needpgh@gmail.com. It's not too early to make your plans for the Cincinnati Music Festival, July 25th, 26th, and 27th. This year's lineup includes KRS-One, Neo, Fantasia, New Edition, and more. It all takes place at Paycor Stadium. Go to soulpit.com for more information. Did you know most sexually transmitted diseases have no symptoms? Did you know untreated sexually transmitted infections can cause fertility issues in all genders? Did you know having multiple STIs increases your chances of getting HIV? The only way to know your status is to get tested. The Public Health Clinic offers free and confidential walk-in HIV STI screening. For more information, call 412-578-8081 or visit www.AlleghenyCounty.us/PH Caring Connections for Youth is a community-led initiative that provides access to support and services to any youth up to age 18 living in Allegheny County as a diversion to the juvenile justice and child welfare systems. Respond the Caring Connections way to disorderly conduct, fighting, truancy, minor drug possession, and parent-child conflict. Dial 211 and press 3 for the Caring Connections Youth Hotline. Pittsburgh's Regional Transit's new Ready to Ride mobile ticketing app offers a convenient way to purchase transit passes and access other important information so that you will be ready to ride. Scan the QR code or call 412-442-2000 for more information. Don't forget to visit thesoulpit.com for the latest in theater, musical entertainment, job opportunities, and health information. That's thesoulpit.com. Thank you for listening to the Soul Pit Media Health and Business Report, brought to you by Pittsburgh Regional Transit. Looking for a great job with benefits? Check out their website, rideprt.org/careers. Thank you for tuning in to the Soul Pit Media Health and Business Report, hosted by Craig Dawson, Vice President, Soul Pit Media. Thank you, Pittsburgh, for your continued support.